Hello my brush lads, lasses, and everybody in between. Today on the channel, we're going to be looking at a very fun and unique deck tech for Isamaru, Hound of Konda. Isamaru is a 2/2 legendary dog that casts for a single white and has flavor text. That's right, no abilities. But what's the fun and unique build that we're looking at for Magic's OG goodest boy? Simple. Everything in our deck is a 1-drop. No mana curve, just a wall of lands and 1-drops. Luckily, as we'll see, white thrives off the power of 1 mana. So without further ado, let's get on to the video. White and 1-drops go hand in hand with such famous removal as Path to Exile and Swords to Plowshares. Artifacts like Soul Ring, trust me, it'll have its uses, Shadow Spear, and Sensei's Divining Top, and enchantments like Land Tax. But if we dig a little deeper, we can find so much more value wrung out of a single mana. Doomed Traveler, Garrison Cat, and Hunted Witness all leave behind 1/1 bodies when they die. Healer's Hawk, Battlefield Raptor, Segovian Angel, and Aven Skirmisher all come with flying, with all of them outside of the Skirmisher also offering extra abilities. As for our forces on the ground, we have access to things like Kithian, Hero of Akros, essentially a 1-mana planeswalker once he flips into Gideon, Battleforged, as well as more ways to bolster our life total with Charmed Stray, Beloved Princess, and Alseid of Life's Bounty, who also doubles as a method of one-time single-target protection, alongside Benevolent Bodyguard, Dauntless Bodyguard, Resolute Watchdog, and Selfless Savior. Using that protection, as well as some that we'll get to momentarily, we can keep our real threats nice and safe, either with Isamaru himself or with one of our other powerful creatures. We have access to Esper Sentinel, whose ability to draw us cards throughout the game is invaluable, Fanbearer to deal with any big threat that we can't normally deal with, and almost always unblockable Gingerbrute, the self-growing Chronomaton, or the more expensive self-growing Herald of Anafenza, who also makes 1/1 warriors. We have Akrasin Squire and his Exalted ability for when we inevitably Voltron up, you'll see, a single threat, and our last creature is the Soul Warden, who will help keep our life total nice and healthy. Some might seem confused on how we can Voltron a creature with only a single mana. Using equipment like Basilisk Collar, Blinding Powder, Bloodforged Battle Axe, Bone Splitter, Colossus Hammer, Commander's Plate, and Flayer Husk, we can get surprising amounts of damage from our little 1-drop creatures. Though they aren't artifacts, Sentinel's Eyes and Griff's Boon also fit in this category as they can continuously return from the graveyard for extra use. To help add to this strategy, we also run the entire suite of non-white wards in Black Ward, Blue Ward, Red Ward, and Green Ward, which all do the same thing in granting protection from their given color. Partnering these with our cycle of non-white Scarab enchantments in Black Scarab, Blue Scarab, Red Scarab, and Green Scarab, these each give +2/+2 to the enchanted creature if any opponent controls permanents of the given color. It also makes it so the enchanted creature can't be blocked by creatures of that color. For example, Green Scarab gives +2/+2 to the enchanted creature if any opponent controls a green permanent, and our creature can't be blocked by green creatures. While we're here, let's take a look at the rest of our protection suite. We have access to cards like Blacksmith's Skill, Emerged Unscathed, Fight as One, and Hyena Umbra to all give our creatures more chances to stick around. As for protecting ourselves, we have spells such as Change of Heart, Condemn, Demystify, Erase, Ethereal Haze, Light of Hope, False Peace, Fragmentize, and Swallow Whole, which can deal with a whole myriad of threats on the board. While we can use permanents like the 50 Feet of Rope, Authority of the Consuls, Demotion, Detainment Spell, and Soul Snare to slow our opponents down. While it will be covered in the land-based section, having such a low curve means we can get away with running very few lands, but that doesn't mean we don't pack ways to try and find what we need when we need it. Expedition Map, Explorer Scope, Renegade Map, and Traveler's Amulet can help us pull lands from our deck, while Pyramid of the Pantheon serves as an effective mana rock that lets us essentially build up to a repeatable Black Lotus. If we run low on cards, we have the Bag of Holding and Fountain of Renewal to help get some card advantage or some repeated life gain each turn, while Elixir of Immortality can shuffle all of our use spells back into our deck from our graveyard and give us 5 life. Not quite a reset button, but hey, it's something. Recruit the Worthy, Cartouche of Solidarity, and Legion's Landing all supply bodies in addition to other effects, with the landing potentially flipping into Adanto the First Fort and becoming a permanent source of 1/1 life-linking bodies. Did you also know that we get access to a counterspell at 1 mana in white? Mana Tithe can act as an extra taxing effect on our opponent's late game, or straight up counter something scary early game, while cards like Paladin Class, Gerard's Battlecry, and Daily Regimen give us places to pump extra mana to help our creatures. Finally, Arrester's Zeal is an instant speed +2/+2, even granting flying to a single creature if cast during our main phase, potentially helping someone get through for that last little bit of damage. Moving on to our 20, count 'em 20 lands, we run Forbidding Watchtower, Cave of the Frost Dragon, Memorial to Glory, and Castle Ardenvale as both mana sources and ways to get more creatures. Mikokoro and Arch of Araska are both regular sources of card draw, while Remote Farm, Myriad Landscape, and Karoo serve as our sources of ramp. Idyllic Grange can buff a creature with a +1/+1 counter if the Grange enters untapped. Field of Ruin can blow up any troublesome utility lands that get in our way, and Animal Sanctuary can put counters on our commander if we have the extra mana. Top things off with 8 planes, and we are ready to go. I hope you enjoyed this take on an incredibly low-curve build for Isamaru. What are some of your favorite white 1-drops? Let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to give us a like, shoot us a sub, and ring that little bell so that you never miss an upload. Later!